We want to thank y'all for coming out today and helping us honor Greg Highfill as a Distinguished Educator in the Extension Service. And that is the highest honor that we have in Extension. And I think this is the only county that has ever had 2 Distinguished Educators in it. And Karen Armbruster previously and Greg now. So that's quite a feat. Greg received his BS degree from Oklahoma State University in 1982 and his MS degree from Kansas State in 1984. And then he went to work for Extension as a 4-H educator or agent in those days in Woodward County. And he spent 1 year there, and after 1 year, then he moved to the area livestock specialist position in Enid. And back in those days, it was very rare to move into an area position that quickly. So that speaks quite highly for Greg's talents, as we've all seen. He served in that role for about 27 years, I believe, and was kind of part of the animal science department. I was very proud to be associated with that department. And he served us very, very well. He instituted several big programs that recurred year after year, like the Wheatland Stalker Conference that lasted for, how many years was that, Greg, 17?
Yeah.
Something like that, somewhere in there. It had 8,000 or 9,000 people attended that conference. And also the Receiving Lot Conference, he started as a spinoff from that thousands of people came to, and he brought in researchers and veterinarians and people not only from Oklahoma State, but from other distinguished universities across the country. So with that, he had a distinguished career there, and he's been here in Woods County for about 4 years now, and serving the citizens here very, very well. And he's very, very proud. He has his wife Misty with him today. He has his sons Brandon and Brian, and his daughter Carrie and her husband Austin, and their granddaughter Lydia. And your mother's name? Catherine is here. Greg's mother is here with us today too. Catherine, thank you for being with us. Okay, we really appreciate everything Greg's done. With that, we'd like to recreate the presentation that we had on campus, but we have the Associate Director of Extension, Dr. James Trapp, here to make the Distinguished Educator presentation. Greg, come on up.
We like to get all the mileage we can out of these plaques and present them at least twice. I don't know what that's first. One thing to present this in front of your peers is very important, but I also think it's important to go back and receive this in front of those people that actually won you the award, in terms of the awards based upon the service to the people of Oklahoma and to the county that you serve in. And certainly I think deserving that we make this presentation on home grounds. And Dee's already mentioned the big shoes around here. I was looking at Susan's shoes over there, and filling Karen's shoes is a big job, and filling Greg's shoe here will be a big job for somebody. Although we hope they won't come around too soon. Keep wearing them. So, but it is very interesting. I'm sure this is the first county that's gotten 2 of these, and we generally only present 1 a year. It's a fairly, as I said, the highest award we give, and a fairly competitive one. We occasionally will present 2, and that is the case this year, but most of the time it's 1, and it's highly competitive to get this, and you're very fortunate to have had Greg here as well as Karen, and you're spoiled, but that's okay. We expect you to train Susan and others just as well for us in the future. So with that, I'm going to present this, and I'll read to you very quickly what it says. Distinguished Educator, the most prestigious title awarded by the Oklahoma Cooperative Extension Service, presented to Greg Highfill in recognition of exemplary service and dedication to providing outstanding educational programming to the citizens of Oklahoma. And it doesn't say this, but particularly to the citizens of Woods County. So, Greg, congratulations to you.
Thank you, Dr. Trapp. Didn't give me the floor in Stillwater, so I wasn't ready for this. I can't thank everyone enough. It's very kind of you to come out and take the time, and I cherish each of you, and I appreciate all that you mean to the Extension Service's roles in whatever you do. Such an honor. It wouldn't all be worthwhile or possible without my wife Misty and the love she shows me, and our 3 kids and all the family. And it's so wonderful to have my mom here, Kathy. And so just a wonderful day, and I appreciate everyone's attendance, and it's very kind. don't have any prepared remarks, so I guess I'm done. But thanks for everything, and this was an honor to receive this. Thank you.
I guess I'm always full of stories now that I've retired. I can go back and relate some of the remembrances that I have. But back in 1986, this is how far back I can go. At the time, my husband was in the hospital and had a toxic shock syndrome from a horse falling on him. And I was laid up in the Enid Hospital for a month while Alan was recuperating. And I was over 2 months, I was due to have a baby within 2 weeks. And so at the time, Greg came to the hospital, looked me up and said, "Hey, I understand you're here, and if you need some help with anything, I'd be happy to help." And at that point then, I knew that Greg had a tremendous heart. And so I took advantage of him. I did some laundry at his house, and then we were released from the hospital together and had a year of some recuperation with Alan. And I knew then, I remembered Greg's warm heart and what a special person he was. Well, then it came to be the summer of 2012, I think. Yes. Greg calls and says, "Hey, you've got an opening." I said, "I sure do." And he said, "I would love to come to work in Woods County." And I said, "You'll never regret it." I said, "This is the best county in Oklahoma to work." So
that's after she got done crying.
So Greg came, and I had the pleasure of working with him for 3 good years here in Woods County. And he still has that tremendous heart. He puts a lot of passion, a lot of effort in every program that he does, and he relates so well with people. So I was truly blessed to have that association. So please help me in joining my appreciation to Greg.
I didn't prepare any remarks either, but for those of you that I have not had a chance to meet, I'm Susan Holliday. And as Dr. Trapp said, I've had some very large shoes to fill from Karen, obviously, but thanks to Greg, he's given me so much help and encouragement for the past year, and so I thank you, Greg. And I'd like to thank him for his patience, because he has answered many, many questions for me, and probably more than he ever wanted to, but he's given me a lot of help and made me feel at home here, and I've really enjoyed working with him. So, and thanks for coming today, everyone.